Well, as you heard, and here's the deal. The city of Abbotsford turning up the heat on that group of homeless people who have set up a camp on Gladys Avenue. The city has issued them an eviction notice. It's stapled to a tree. They have to clean up and move out by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. The homeless group has been on the move since June 4th. You may remember that's when the city waste workers apparently dumped chicken manure on the campsite. The city's apologized for that. The police got into a little bit of hot water because they had an email exchange going back and forth on that. The big question, though, is how do we help these people? Pastor Ward Draper is joining us now from Abbotsford. Thanks for being here, Pastor Draper. What's your suggestion for the solution to this issue?
Well, the one solution that we're looking at and putting forward to the city is looking at the Portland, Oregon model, the Dignity Village campsite that they have constructed there over the last decade. It's a model of transitional housing that I think is very transferable to our community. It's a fairly reasonably quick fix that we could put into place in a couple of days. It wouldn't take a lot of capital investment. It would just take the city to try risking this move, to try a very alternative approach to dealing with these very complex issues.
Given that this is the city that had chicken manure dumped in an area where homeless people, and they've now issued that 48-hour eviction notice, do you think they're the people who might be up for a progressive move like that?
You mean the city would be? Do you mean the city would be up for the progressive move?
Yeah, for this transitional housing.
Is that yeah? Well, the city, I think, at this current moment in time, I know they're looking into it. I don't honestly know where they would stand on it. I know the Bruce, our mayor, talked about it a bit today in a meeting this afternoon with that I was in attendance with. So it sounds like something they are looking into. What that means, that's anybody's guess.
Yeah. What exactly did the mayor say?
He simply said he liked the idea, simply that. And I know that City Councillor Henry Braun has also looked into the idea because we had coffee with him last week about the issue. And I know that he's been doing his homework on that idea as well. So I know there's movement inside our City Hall regarding this type of idea. Because, I mean, these issues that we're facing in Abbotsford are not unique to Abbotsford. This is a North American-wide issue. Abbotsford just kind of fell into this unfortunate position of being the poster boy for this with some very bad decisions. However, I mean, the chicken manure has been the worst thing that could have happened.
It really brought this situation.
We have been able to use that as a device.
Yeah, sorry, you and I
really highlighted the issues. Yes, it gave us a platform where we.
Yeah, sorry, we're having issues with the audio. Obviously, we're overlapping slightly. I want to ask you this. It's 7:45 now, so this eviction notice takes effect in just over 12 hours. Do you have any sense that these people who live there are going to move on their own, or could we see a bit of a standoff tomorrow morning?
So to be honest, I'm not optimistic that our friends will move. No, I'm not optimistic. I feel that maybe possibly one, maybe two individuals will move on. But I honestly am not overly optimistic because this isn't a solution. It's just addressing a real issue. I mean, the health and safety issues are a legitimate concern, but okay, so you move 20 feet in either direction. What did that do?
You know, the Fraser Valley and the Chilliwack area, known as the Bible Belt of the Lower Mainland, this part of British Columbia. I'm wondering where the Christian churches are. Is anyone opening doors? Has anyone shown up to help out?
Well, that's one of the unfortunate things that we've been facing over the last few months with these, the issues being highlighted so much in the media. Unfortunately, the Christian response, the Christian community response, as well as every other faith, I haven't really heard boo from in our community, and it's disheartening. I don't know what to make of it or what to say of it other than it's a little disappointing. You know, we haven't even heard responses from Sikh leaders yet that I can recall. Anybody in the Muslim community, definitely, I mean, the only pastors we know that have been consistently vocal about these justice issues, these injustice issues for our friends has been myself and Pastor Jesse that I work with at the 5 and 2.
Tell me quickly.
So I'm rather a little miffed.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just quickly, what is the 5 and 2 ministry?
5 and 2 is a church that works with vulnerable and marginalized populations, from the working poor right down to street entrenched homeless, and then everything else in between. So we offer meals, we offer church services, we offer outreach, we offer moving services. We do everything from clipping people's toenails to serving dinner. So whatever we can do for our friends, we do. We're not a funded operation by the government, and we actually have next to no funding. It's right at the bottom of possible funding. We have no money, and we need more friends on that end. The reality is we're broke, and we just do what we can to help everybody. We operate events 6 days a week in Abbotsford, and then once a week in Langley currently.
Yeah, well, it's clear you care, and we appreciate that, Professor, forgive me, Minister Ward Draper. We will. You can be a professor somewhere. We'll check in with you again tomorrow, see how this turned out. Thank you, Pastor.
Yeah, thank you very much.
TransLink fares are on the rise, and the Transportation Authority is constantly in a shortfall. Maybe the chair's salary has something to do with it? You're watching Unfiltered.